How have you worked with the players? What kind of things have you been working on? You say you've been pushing through this week in training.
Mm.
What are the areas that you've really been going at?
Our teamwork, because now we can train with this week 21 first team players. And it's been quite rare that we've been doing that in the last 2 or 3 months. And when I say that, we're bringing up players from the 21s, which is good. It's good for them. But for us, in terms of the competitive nature of training, it's good to be able to do work of 10v10 in all senses of the game. So we've been able to do that and physically push some that need the training, because physically when you're playing every 3 days over a period where you're just recovering and preparing for games, you lose a bit of team training time, which has been helpful for some individuals and then obviously for the collective.
Does it feel at times a bit like you've had to hunker down and just get through some of this period in terms of matches, in terms of fitness, in terms of ability to train? It's been a kind of hunker down. Let's just get through it.
I guess everyone's doing that to a degree. Listen, it's the championship. It's a grind, and it was the grindiest, if that's a word, part of the season because of the games, and we went into it off the back of a little bit of illness and those things. So I don't want to harper back to it too much now. It's all about what's in front of us. So here we go.
And have you seen signs there now that you've been able to train in the way that you would like to train?
But whenever we get the opportunity to train, the lads train great, and that's maybe why we are where we are at this point.
And how have you've had that full week now with Romain Esse and Millie? How has that gone?
Yeah, good for them. I thought they did pretty well in their first game, considering they met their teammates a couple of days before. That was good to see little glimpses, and now they understand, I think, through this week how we train, what we want, and they've made relationships together in the group. And we need to do that quick time, but they've been good. So we're very, very happy with both.
How are you approaching the second half of the season now? 20 matches ahead of you. How?
Game by game, game by game. I'm not caught up in anything too long term. It's the only way to go. So we're in a good place from where we would have all considered the start of the season. It's good. Now it's all about positive energy. Next game, then next game. Simple as that.
And obviously out of the FA Cup, but in a way, not to diminish the FA Cup, is there a sense of now we only have one thing to focus on?
There's absolutely that sense, and I think you have to understand it. We all want to have runs in the FA Cup, absolutely, but with this season, it's been quite a while since this club's been in this position. I know in different leagues maybe before, but I'm talking about the Championship in the last few years. We've managed to get there and make runs to get in playoffs, obviously last year and before me, but now we're in a different position. So absolute focus is, now that's gone, absolute focus is key.
And the next one is tasty. It's a derby game. It's the L69 derby. Leicester, not on the best run of form at the moment, and they have conceded in their last 20 Championship matches, which I think is the most of any team in the Championship at the moment in terms of records. But those kind of things, when you look at stats like that, they have to come to an end at some point, right? So is it focusing only on what you can do, or are you also looking at where the weaknesses are in Leicester's defence?
This is a Championship. We study stats and form and data every week, and teams can surprise you at any moment. It's the Championship. They can change formation. They can play better than they did in the last 6 or the last 10. This is the Championship. And when you're talking about a team with the quality that Leicester have individually, then they're a very dangerous team, always. So we have to be aware of information like that, but it can't be our king, because we have to make sure we're right. Because if we're right, I'm not so concerned about what they do if we get our game right. But if we're not, then every team will give you a problem.
Are you more confident going into this one than you perhaps have in recent Championship matches that you are right?
No, it's a difficult question, because I never like to. When I say I'm never confident, I'm always just doing my job and focusing on the game. If you're saying that we got the 2 new players in and we got some freshness back from the week's training and those things, yes, I'm happy with that.
Okay. How important is a win tomorrow for Coventry City Football Club?
Well, they're all important, right? I mean, we're playing Leicester. Nothing's a given. So I don't want to sit here and go, our life depends on this game. I expect the players to give that energy every game, no matter what the situation. We can be first, we can be relegation fight, we can be mid-table. So when you talk about importance, there's a fine line in my job about making us the players aware and being aware myself of the threat of the opposition, but also being confident in ourselves. And that sometimes you can do all those things and the result doesn't always go your way anyway. So it's every game's important. We'll treat it like that, like we will Millwall, and 3 days afterwards.
Yeah, because it's obviously you go into another busy run, and you've had that full week. I suppose they ask whether it's important just because of it's 2 wins in the last 8 championship matches, but it feels as though everybody else has also, when you're still there on joint number of points won, even though it's 2 wins in the last 8 championship matches, which is something which feels unusual given the start to the season. So is it important for you to get another win now rather than that feel like a run that's not quite going?
Same answer really, but I think maybe, I know it's always interesting to look for those stats of, I think we lost minimal games this season. So maybe we've become a little bit more normal in this busy patch, and I know a lot of the context around that. So let's try and get back to being the team that we were before that patch. But it's absolutely normal and real that this happens. Regardless of all the context which I think about in terms of a bit of fatigue and illness and bits like that, there's football stuff too. But that's very normal over the course of this season there's not many teams that steamrolled this league from start to end. It doesn't happen. I said it so many times. So we just want to win a game.
How important are the fans going to be at the Celius Arena?
As always, very, very important. It's been a huge part of what I've felt and what we've done since I've been here, and obviously before me as well. They're an incredible fan base. They give us a real lift when they support the players. They individually support the players, collectively support the players. They'll be up for it because of what the occasion is in a derby, and they'll be hugely important. And it's important that we energise them with our performance.
And how you mentioned that you've been able to train with everybody. Is everybody back up and running now? Have you got those players that are out talk? And we were also thinking about Brandon.
Torpy and Brandon are in contention tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And January transfer window. Obviously we've discussed Romain and Romain SA and Mini coming in. Are you looking to continue to work and possibly bring somebody?
Well, if the opportunity is there and it works and it helps us and makes us stronger, then we'll look at it.
And Callum Perry I think he's been recalled, isn't he?
He's gone on.
Gone out. He's gone. Sorry, there were a couple that have gone out.
Yeah, Callum's gone out, which is great for him. Callum's been a great trainer for us. I'm not belittling him there. He's trained brilliantly and hasn't got his opportunity because of our consistency. The back's great for him to go and play games.
Okay. So it's in terms of standing by notifications on phone from Coventry City, it's just stay there and wait, and maybe there'll be a notification ping at some point.
Yeah. So, yeah. Maybe I'll get one.
You never know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Milan, nice to see you.
Likewise.
How's the week been, training wise?
Yeah, good. It's been a while actually that we've been training like this because we obviously you've been playing a lot, so there's no like real trainings. So this is the first time that you could like actually train how you're supposed to do. So that's good, and I think it's also good for your body to like have a bit of rest as well. So yeah, I feel good. Everybody's feeling good.
And what's it been like now that you've got Romain SA and Mini in as well? Has it made a difference to what you're able to do out there with the training pitch?
Well, obviously they both bring qualities, and they've been in the champ as well, so they know what's going on, and it brings a bit of freshness in the team as well, like a new dynamic, and also for like games you can bring in quality as well, so it's good to have them too.
Yeah, and have you built? It's only been a week and a bit, but obviously
Yeah.
it sounds as though everybody gels really
Yeah.
quickly in this building. Have you been able to build some good relationships?
Like you said, it's still very early. You know them for like a week now, but they've came in and they just they walk in the dressing room and everybody just hello and just asking how they've been, and the team is just very welcome as well. So I hope it feels the same for them as well. But by the looks of it, they just speak with each other and everybody speaks with them, so that's good to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've obviously been quite affected by this horrible, nasty bug that's been
Yeah.
going round. How frustrating was that for you?
It was, and I was actually frustrating. It's like so annoying because you just cough the whole time, and people are joking around. Like when you cough, they start giving like side eyes, like what's going on, and it's like I had the feeling that I infected everybody, but it was also maybe one or two guys that were like maybe infected before me. But then since I was the loudest and you could see it more clearly with me, they started assuming I was the problem and everything. But luckily, like I said, everybody's healthy now. Nobody's having issues anymore. So, but yeah, it was pretty annoying.
Yeah, and you could tell that you were giving everything because you were literally chucking your guts like up the side of the pitch.
Yeah, I was obviously I tried to give my all, and if that's the outcome, then so be it. But can't say much after that. But
No, but is it as a player to be to know that you have more to give, but your body is not able to give it just
yeah,
because that must be.
yeah, 100%. Normally I'll be more like running up and down on the pitch, but if your body's not able to do it for like 90 minutes and you're basically finished after like 70, 75, then yeah, it's just annoying to have that. But I'm good now, and I'm happy that I can finally like just play the way I'm supposed to be playing. So hopefully I can do this on Saturday if I play as well.
Yeah, and obviously Saturday and 69 Derby, which is always very tasty.
Yeah.
And obviously went very well last season for Coventry City. So at the CVS Arena, how much does that derby feel impact on everybody really in the squad? Just that kind of get out there and perform for the fans because it is a derby match.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have the feeling that it is the same derby as 2 seasons ago. I don't know why. Maybe because when we played them away, I didn't have the same, for me then at that moment, didn't have the same hostile feeling or anything. But maybe it's gonna be opposite, and maybe we will be hostile. But in the team, there's a lot of new players, so they haven't really I think experienced like a proper derby at home apart from Birmingham then. But Leicester is I think the better derby, I would say. But yeah, I hope everybody can feel the experience tomorrow. That is like an insane game to actually play, and hopefully we can, like I said already, recreate it from 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be. I mean, I'm sure everybody in the Sky Blue would be, and everybody would be delighted with that. Um, no balls for you so far this season. Is that something that you? I mean, that would be ideal place tomorrow to
Yeah,
go stuff like that.
100%. Like you said, no goals. I've been shooting and doing some bits in the box, and I've been missing the goal the whole time. But it's I've been working on it. But on like the other hand, I have 6 assists, so I'm involved in the goals somehow. But I would like to score myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it must be. I don't know, but I'm guessing celebrating at the CBS Arena in front of Singers Corner or whichever end you score at is
Yeah.
something. Is it possible to put that into words?
I have to see it by the game, but scoring in the CBS is that feeling is unreal. Yeah, and to be honest, if I score, I don't actually know what to do. I just be running around screaming with hands up. So yes, it's not like I'm a striker, so I know exactly what to do. I don't have the calmness like Haji, but yeah, let's hope I can score.
Talk to me a bit about your relationship with Tats, which is obviously very special.
My boy, yeah, it's a very special bond we have. It's I would say 2.5 years now together, so we know each other's personalities and game, and we know how to play with each other. So yeah, he's also a very very good friend of mine, and sometimes we go with a group out for dinner. So and then he's there and we speak or something about anime, or every now and then he's teaching me some phrases in Japanese, or I go to him to ask. So yeah, I see him as a big bro actually.
Oh, did you already have some Japanese within your kind of skill set before this came along?
Maybe the tiniest bit, because obviously the anime is helping me with like some small words, but now I'm actually trying to learn, but it's very difficult. But Tats is a very good teacher, so he's doing his job.